Bill, those pictures, we see them online all the time. I don't know what they're called, but it's a picture of one thing, like an ugly witch or, a terrible looking donkey or something. They're usually line drawings. And then when you relax your eyes or try to shift your perspective, you'll see that maybe the ugly witch is a couple kissing, or the donkey is actually a beautiful woman. I think that really expresses what we're talking about. That what you want in your life really is in your vicinity, or you wouldn't be able to be thinking about it. It's really there. But from the perspective that you have, from the feelings that you have, you can't see it.
It is a very, very real thing. The ancients knew that we don't see reality. We simply see what we are. How many times have you seen people that you're like, oh, they're a jerk, and then you realize, that's part of me? Or, one of the phenomenon that happens that I've seen repeatedly with myself and others is that you literally will see things that weren't there before. I can remember driving down, get on the freeway entrance, and I looked over at a corner, and there was an old 7-Eleven gas station there. And I look over, and my wife's with me, and I go, oh my God, what the heck? How long is that 7-Eleven been there with that gas station? She says, forever. I don't know, 30 years or what? I was like, no way. It was like, I thought that was a Nissan dealership. Literally, if I had $1 million in my pocket and somebody said, okay, I'm going to make you a bet. What is on that corner? And I would say, okay, I'm going to make $1 million right now. I would have handed over $1 million. It is the Mossy Nissan, 100%. But it wasn't. It was a gas station. I could not see it. For 30 years, I could not see it. You literally, physical things are blocked as well as emotional things. I can't see the goodness in that person. I can't see the goodness in me. I can't see an opportunity in front of me. I can't tell you how many times I've seen it where the relationships change after a Cognomovement session, where the person has eradicated their negative feeling about somebody or something. And then not only is, they start to see things like physical signs that they didn't see before, or buildings, or, but they see the other person differently, and the relationship completely changes. It happens literally every week.
It's shocking. It's shocking. We have started to be in a position of expecting it. It's not a surprise anymore, because we know that as we get older, our ability to see another perspective is limited, has to do with eye movement. That's a big secret. We also know that as we have more and more trauma, our ability to see other perspectives is limited by basically our nervous system, or what you would call the subconscious. There are many, many factors that keep us limited. But one of the tools that we have simply allows that whole system, your subconscious, your nervous system, your power lines, your thought to body, system, to see a new perspective, to expand. And it actually expands your peripheral vision as well. And instantly, things that appeared not to be in your vicinity are whammo. They're right there. People start acting differently. You start to notice life through a whole new lens. It's actually really fun and really fabulous. But it leads me to this question. What reality are you willing to let go of to have that new one? This becomes the point. Once you realize oh my God, I have this feeling in my body that is seriously limiting my thoughts. And it's about that person I don't like. And if you tell me that I'm going to change my physical body, because that's what we do, and that person is then going to be different than they were before, and I might like them, am I willing to actually let them have that? Am I willing to change that reality? This is the big question, right, Bill?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, right. You know, am I willing to step into a different reality? You know, for so many of us, the answer is flat out no. Just no. No, I'm not willing to do that. And, you know, I find, you know, myself and Liz, we're in this position where we get to see this over and over and over. And for the audience here, you know, listening, have you ever seen one of your friends who keeps coming to you and they're like, I'm going to get a divorce. It's going to he cheated. He cheated. And you know what? That's the second person. Or, you know what? Actually, no, it's the 10th person. It's going on in their life as a repetitive cycle. And I see this repeatedly. A person will talk about being robbed, literally robbed. Well, I had this person steal from me, and that person, and this person, and that person. Or they're lied to, or people talk behind my back, or fill in the blank. And you all have it. Everybody who's listening to this right now, you got your friend who you know keeps getting fired.
I know a person who constantly has fender benders.
Fender benders, yeah, right. Fender benders. Okay.
Yeah, 2 or 3 a year, fender benders. And most of the time, it's not their fault. They're not doing anything wrong, but they are constantly expecting the next fender bender. It's part of their life. And you'll hear them say, I always get in these fender benders. And their car reflects it. No matter how new their car is, it'll have 4 or 5 dings within the first year, because they are emanating the signal. They're expecting. They have the perspective. I always, get in fender benders. But here's the thing that most people do, and that you can change yourself and not do this ever again. It's fight with the perspective. So we started out the conversation with those weird little drawings that maybe it's an ugly donkey, but if you relax and look, it's a beautiful woman. And it's like yelling at that donkey, damn it, it won't change. No matter what I do, it doesn't change. It's always a donkey. There is no beautiful woman there. And yet, maybe a million other people have seen the beautiful woman. It does not work to fight with the perspective. It does not work to try to wrangle it to the ground. What works is to recognize, I got a perspective, which means I got a certain kind of a feeling, I feel kind of a way about that thing. The willingness to change the reality, the willingness to let go of the old reality is simply recognizing, when I think about, getting in fender benders, I feel a certain kind of way. And you may even recognize that right before the fender bender, you kind of know it's going to happen. Or right before the next fight with your spouse, you kind of know it's going to happen. You feel it. It builds in the body. Or right before you're robbed again, dang it, I knew it. I knew it was going to happen. You get a certain feeling in the body. Ding, ding, ding. That's it. That's where that driver that is informing the universe of what's going to happen next, that's where it starts, right, Bill McKenna?
Exactly. And most of us have no idea. But we know this to be the case. And now it is scientifically proven to be so. You get a feeling, and then you will start to think thoughts equal to it, and you'll start to experience a reality. Think about this. It's easiest to see in your friends. You've been out, right? You've been out, everybody's having a good time. And then there's that friend of yours. Oh my God, they're doing it again. They're misinterpreting the people around them. And they ended up getting into a thing, right? Guess what? Unfortunately, that's you and me too. We just got our own flavor, but that can be changed. That can be changed once you recognize, oh, wait a second. You know what? There's a tool out there to change it. Simply to no longer have the feeling. And then what happens is I won't interpret the world that way.
You're exactly right, Bill. As you do this work, our work, Cognomovement, deeper and deeper, you become more aware of the fact that you are opening portals with your own body. You are changing the timeline. You are informing the universe. And that every time you have a strong feeling, or really a consistent feeling, you are creating expansion in the universe. That's true. From this new perspective, from your very, very unique physical setup, thought setup, emotional setup, you're creating an expansion one way or the other. And you realize that you have the ability to change anything. But what happens when you do it over a period of time is that you become more and more sensitive to that signal. You become real aware. Oh, crap, this is me. And you become willing to change the reality. Every time you know that you actually possess the power to change it through your body. And what do I mean change it? I mean change the complete direction of a life over time. You can change little things, a relationship, your money, your body, your mind, but all of that has a way of adding up and can completely change the direction of your life in the way that you choose, simply by being willing is the word, to recognize, crap, I've just created a reality that doesn't fit me so well. And now I'm going to change it again because it's in me and I have the tool to create the change. This Thursday, it is January the 19th. We are having our kickoff class for the year. It's our $97 class, which we know everyone loves. It's 90 minutes. What's so special about this class, Bill?
What's special is that you are actually experiencing. This is experiential. You're going to go through an actual experience to change your level of consciousness. You'll be able to keep this class and take it with you and repeat it and apply it to other things. So it's super valuable.
Yeah, this class is really fun. Whenever we do the $97 class, I love them because it's hard hitting. I mean, it's fast paced. It's to the point and you get it done. And like you said, you get to watch it again and again. It's yours to keep throughout the year. So it's one of those things when you need an upgrade, you need a boost, you just turn this thing on and you do it again and you get to work on the next thing. So join us. It is January the 19th, 4 p.m. Pacific time. Like I said, it's a $97 class and everybody's going to be there.